Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Lungo Rink here in East Haven for tonight's non-league game for your Guilford Indians as they take on the Black Knights of Stamford High School. I'm Dean Cornelio, joined in the pregame by Indians defenseman and captain Ryan Moore. Guilford coming off a tough 2-1 loss to St. Joe's, though. Ryan, you were without your first-line center and James Mackey, who was out with the flu that game. A couple other guys in Cafaro and Petrick going up to the second line. Cafaro in the first really stepped up, though, and helped keep you guys competitive.
Yeah, we were definitely faced with adversity the other night, having James out with the flu. But I thought that Jack did a great job stepping up right to the second line, won a ton of face-offs. Cafaro, freshman, stepping right in. Yeah. And, I mean, that's big as a freshman. He tossed right in, first game of the year, first line. To be able to step up like that and play as he did definitely held us and kept us in that game. But I think with Mackey back tonight, we're definitely all three lines have been working together for a couple of weeks now. I think we'll definitely be ready to go.
And you had an assist on the team's only goal as Charlie Malloy finished it off. Nice to see a third-line player step in and score that. You kind of led the rush, and talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, puck actually just happened to fall on my stick as I was skating up the ice, and I just threw a shot on net, had the defenseman in front of me screening the goalie. And Charlie's just a hard worker and grinder. And he went right to the net like he always does, fast as he could, and the puck came right to his stick, and he buried it home.
In terms of what to look for, and this season it's still early. You only have one game under your belt, but the defense, again, looks like it's a strong unit. You lost Eric Nelson from last year, and you lost Chad Faulkner-Filosa in net, but you bring in a guy like Brandon Mayo who's really seemed to play well, at least from an observer's point of view, and then a strong defensive group. Where do you think that you guys lie right now on that side of things?
Well, I think our defense is just as strong as any other year. We've got just five guys really that could shoot the puck. Me, Zach, Evan Powell, Will Dacey, Ryan Brand's having a great year. He really stepped it up this fall and brought it right to the season this year. Yeah. And Brandon Mayo, a kid with a ton of experience playing on a lot of high-level hockey teams over the last few years. He's really stepped up. He played great the other night against St. Joe's, and look forward to seeing that all season. Definitely
help keep you guys in it. And the offense, sure, it's still coming along, but you were talking about the three lines working together. Where would you assess where they're at as you're kind of moving on in the schedule? I think what we did, a lot of new guys this year, a lot of fumbling around with what combinations were best for the season, and I think we really got four solid lines put together now, and I think it's just going to take a little time. I think they're all ready to work hard together, and they just need some time to come together and really learn how each other play and be able to make good plays together and find each other with good passes, and I think it'll all come together. They're all starting to come together real well. Let's hope so. Home opener tonight, you have Stanford. How important is it to try and get a win tonight and get on the winning side of things? This is a real important night for us, I think, especially coming off after a tough loss to St. Joe's, which we really should have won that game. I feel like we outplayed them, and this would be a great win for us, definitely a big one. We need this one. Well, let's hope it happens. Good luck tonight, Ryan, and good luck to the team, and we'll be back with the opening face-off. Guilford and Stanford going to face it off. That's coming up next. Welcome back, everybody. We're getting ready for the start of play here from East Haven. Guilford Indians and Stamford Black Knights. We're going to get the introduction of the starting lineups. We'll get the Black Knights starters first. Jim Sexton, the starting goaltender, a senior, number 39. Andrew Tuccinardi, senior defenseman. Christian Malozzi, junior defenseman, will start as his line mate. Brian Powers, Mike Zarilli, and number 5, Cole Savona will be the starters on offense for Stanford. And now the starters for the Indians. Brandon Mayo will get the start in net. Ryan Moore, one of the defensemen, will be paired with number 13, Zach Cataruza. On the left side, Mikey Ring. James Mackey at center, and on the right side, Matt Horton, number 5. And now we're going to pause for a moment of silence in the wake of the recent tragedy in Newtown.
That's a very touching moment, isn't it, Dean?
Spirited crowd, and nice.
Right, a nice acknowledgement of the tragedy.
That really hit home to all of us. I know in the Guilford Public Schools at the high school, we were, the doors were immediately locked. Yeah. There were meetings at the end of the day after school. There's going to be a crisis team in place in case it's necessary for when we return on Monday. This game is being taped for your viewing pleasure on Saturday, December 15th, just 10 days before Christmas.
Whew. So what do we know about the Stamford Black Knights?
We know the Black Knights in their season opener against East Haven hosted East Haven and came away 6-2 with a 6-2 loss.
Okay.
I mean,
it's not a good barometer.
No, I mean it's one game, and
yeah.
From talking to people before the game, understand they're not big, but they're a quicker team, and their goaltending has been a time suspect. Okay. So we'll see if that plays into, plays a factor here tonight as the smaller East Haven forwards, the likes of Falanga and company, who have done a number on the Guilford Indians in the past, did a number apparently on the Black Knights.
Right. So both teams are coming in 0-1.
Right. Indians a 2-1 loss against St. Joe's, but that was a great effort. Didn't know what to expect. They were a bigger team, faster, and just more experienced.
Yeah.
They had 9 seniors. The Indians have 4 seniors. You look at the Guilford roster, 17 out of 26 are underclassmen.
Yikes.
Freshmen, sophomores.
But they're full staff tonight, right?
So they are. James Mackey is back. He's about to take the opening draw against Cole Savona, one of the players to watch for the Black Knights.
The refs are checking with the official scorekeepers and the goalies to start the game.
And here we go. As Mackey won it back to Catarusa, it's Moore. Moore with a backhand off the boards. Lost his edge, trying to clear the zone, and now that goes up into the netting as Mackey was looking for Horton on the wing to start the breakout. Stamford, though, and looking back at their history, the last 3 years they've gotten progressively a little worse in the win department. Last year they were 5-15-1 overall, 4-9 in the FCAC, but worth noting 0-11-1 on the road. They did not win a road game last year.
Yikes.
So the road was not too kind.
Where do they play the home games? I guess down in Stamford.
Yeah, I believe down there. Right, they have a rink down there. Yep.
Right.
Here's Moore opening 30 seconds. Ryan had an assist on the team's only goal in the 2-1 loss to St. Joe's. Charlie Malloy netting the team's goal there. Guilford actually had the 1-0 lead in that game. Here's a chance for Tuccinardi. Number 2 in the black and orange. Moore with a nice check, knocking down Mike Zarilli. Off the boards looking for Horton. And it's back for the defenseman Ryan Palmer. Palmer goes D to D. Tuccinardi returns it to Palmer. Horton in pursuit of him. To the Indian line. Oh, and it's intercepted. Look out, a chance coming in on Mayo. Score! 1:13 into play. And quickly the Black Knights pick off a pass. And I believe that was number 23, Carter Travachino.
We'll have to wait for the official announcement. Not quite the way you want to start a game, though.
No. So, unassisted.
Yep, you're right. Number 23.
Here's a quick chance. Backhander bounced in on goal by Cafaro. I tell you what, Cafaro, as Ryan Moore mentioned in our pregame interview, Chris Cafaro did a heck of a job filling in James Mackey's absence on the first unit and working with Horton and with Ring. Really didn't look out of place at all for a freshman. Remember the year that Matt Horton had last year?
That's right.
Starting as a freshman on the top line. Cafaro looks like he can certainly, handle that role if it came to him at any point, like it did the other night. Tripped and no call there. Cafaro took the man down. Al Miller, the low official here. Brian Donahue. Near side, Tuccinardi. Backhand. Tuccinardi over for, that's Powers, number 10. Hit on Ryan Brand. Slap deep and around. Cirilli for Stamford. And they're able to keep it in. Shot sent wide by Andrew Tuccinardi. The Black Knights, it's not going to be an uncommon theme, John, with teams being more experienced and having older players than the Guilford Indians.
Right, I think they're going to face that all year.
Yeah, this Stamford team has 15 upperclassmen, 6 seniors, 9 juniors.
Yikes.
A big junior class. Big hit there by Carson Sperry. Chance in front.
Oh.
That was Malloy who wanted the opportunity. Shot by Moore. Salkins, Malloy, and Sperry out there now. Salkins leaves it for the defenseman, Catarusa. Salkins, shoulder down, gets back up, sends it to the point. Moore. Ryan will wind and slap. Never reached the net. And that'll go for icing. It was a good intent by Mike Zarilli, but his teammate didn't expect it, and the faceoff will come all the way back.
Nice
to the
hustle on
zone.
that shift. Nice hustle on the Guilford shift.
Good work. And again, that's the third unit.
Yeah.
So, and that's the unit that ended up getting the goal against St. Joe's.
Right.
Yep. Mackey and Travachino on the draw. Flipped out of the zone by Bill Santora. Here's Palmer over here for Santora, but Mikey Ring's got other ideas. Nice to see some of the graduates back here tonight, John, including Billy Ring. Slapper right on by Moore. Goaltender Sexton saw it all the way. But Mikey's gotten a lot better this season and is stepping in, filling in nicely on that first unit, just as Billy did last year. Horton leaves it for Mackey. James, nice to see him back after a case of the flu. Sent around off a skate. Moore in his skates. Mackey reaching for it. James has it. Flips it to the far corner. Horton down low to Ring. Good work by this unit, cycling, keeping the puck low. Mackey still has it. Now it's glove down. Moore. That one hit a skate. And to neutral ice. Spun around and knocked down was number 11, Justin Nizelek. Off of Nizelek, out of the zone. Backhanded in by Cafaro. He'll quickly give chase. Nearly 5 minutes into the first period. Stamford with a 1-0 lead on a turnover and a goal by Carter Travachino, who's out there now, number 23 in your picture. To the point, slap wide. And there's Nizelek. That's Brandt. Brand. Held up. There's a delayed penalty coming up to Stamford. The call there for hooking. So Indians will get the first power play.
A 2-minute penalty with 9:55 showing on the clock.
Nizelek, the guilty party. Indians, the extra man. Ring. And to the line, not out. Catarusa able to keep it in. Horton giving chase. Catarusa's got to take it out to neutral ice. Horton's got to regain the line. Cross ice pass. Ring has a step. Horton scores! Horton the backhander. I don't think he got all of it either. And the backhander's the hardest shot to judge. And quickly, 29 seconds into the man advantage. It's Matty Horton
who puts it home and ties the game for Guilford with 9:26 to go in the opening period.
A costly penalty for the Black Knights.
That pass came across. I think it might have been Cataruza who got the assist. Gloved.
Zach Cataruza with the assist.
It was Cataruza. Ring gets the back assist. The glove save there by Sexton. So Horton is first of the campaign. First of hopefully many more. When the Stamford assistant was mentioning before the game that the smaller, quicker players of East Haven were giving them fits in their opener, the first person that came to mind in Guilford is Matt Horton.
Right.
Same kind of player as Falenga, and they played together for a long time. So,
well, when that puck came up ice, it came across the line, it looked like two Guilford players had been able to slip in.
It was Ring or Horton, and Ring let Horton take it, and Horton finished it off. Cataruza over to Moore. Sperry on the wing, pass to him. Carson, and it's out of the zone. A one-on-one, Cataruza leading the rush. And a pad save as he was getting hooked up under the arm. Donahue leaves it, shot, deflected. Malloy the opportunity. Baddock out there as well. Nice. And they score! It's Moore! Through a screen, I think Donahue was going to the net. I'm not sure that Sexton saw that one. And Ryan Moore, just a minute and 12 seconds later, gives the Guilford Indians the 2-1 advantage.
That was good teamwork on that whole shift, Dean. Guilford was able to keep the pressure on, keep the puck in the zone, and it paid dividends.
Flipped in on Mayo. Carried up. They give no assist on that goal. In front, Cafaro shoots one. Blocker saves Sexton. Rebound, another stop. Cafaro twice. And getting his nose dirty is Baddock. Donahue in there to add some assistance. One thing that, John, you were there the other night, one thing that was, I don't want to say lacking, but surprised to me was seeing the way Baddock and Donahue played last year and how they were able to kind of hold back, if you will, maybe to avoid the penalties that would sometimes come of it. Or is it, are they trying to become smarter, or has something else changed?
A couple things. I think they're a year older, a little more mature.
Yeah.
Understand in a 1-1 game, you can't take a penalty like that, and that combined with the speed of St. Joe's didn't allow some of the big hits that you were hoping.
Brand towards the net, and it was Horton trying to get a piece of that. That's Evan Powell, freshman defenseman, number 27 for the Indians. Nice play by Mikey Ring. Ring in front. Sexton knocked it away, cleared aside by 14 Zarilli. But there are times, and getting back to your point you were making, where when the team is kind of going through a tough stretch, that thunderous hit, that one big hit can really spark your team and get them pumped again. And that didn't happen the other night.
That's right.
So Mayo with the save at the other end. 7 minutes to go. First period. Guilford has taken the 2-1 lead. That's Will Dacey. Dacey had a strong game, freshman defenseman. Strong game the other night against St. Joe's. And Mikey Ring, mental mistake there, another half stride. He's at the line. Instead, he dumps it in before that, causing the icing and causing a face-off deep in his own zone. Indians control the draw. And trying to split the D is Baddick. And Sexton completely missed it. Oh, what a stop there. Donahue, a point-blank opportunity, and somehow Sexton dragged the pad across. Great save there by Jim Sexton, senior goaltender. Oh, what a hit. That's the hits we're talking about. Something like that. Brian Donahue. And he kept it clean. He didn't leave his feet.
That's right.
At times last year, you'd see him leave his feet. That would get him into trouble. Not on that one. And here's another chance. Ryan Moore, he's already got one tonight. Moore had it poked off his stick. He's got to get back. Got to remember that. The Indians' defense is so offensive-minded at times that can come back to hurt.
Well, for years, for the last couple seasons, they've had some speed back there in defense, which allowed them to get back. And when you get that offensive mind in your defensive.
Nice play, Tyler Salkins.
There it is.
Moore again in the corner. And it's Malloy after it. Gloved. Salkins, blind pass. And it's Brian Powers. Flips it inside Indians territory. Sperry. 5 minutes to go. Opening period. And that will go for icing against Guilford. James Mackey. Around from Matty Ho. He had the team's first goal tonight. Followed up by Mr. Moore. Big hit there by Mackey. Now it's Brand. Past Horton to center. Brand, nice look. Horton carrying in, stops at the line, loses it, still in. Mackey. Again, he'll try. Had a Ring behind the net, comes back to the point. The slapper by Brand. Oh, and Ring got a piece of it off the side of the cage. Horton up top. Powell, he's got a shot. Lets it go. Never reached the net. And cleared down for icing against the Black Knights. So again, good work by that top unit. They've done it a few times already in terms of controlling, cycling low, working the puck, and then finding the point man for the opportunity, and that's what you got to do. Cafaro, Donahue, Baddick with Cataruza and Moore. And it's the Black Knights with it, dumped in by Justin Nizelik, the junior. Donahue. And Cafaro. Baddick in front of the net. Here's Malozzi. He stops. Moore takes it. And it's to Chinardi. He has it taken away from him. Cataruza's in. He scores! Zach Cataruza, the defenseman, steps in, strips the opposing defenseman from Stamford, and puts it upstairs on Jim Sexton, and an unassisted tally by Zach Cataruza. His second point of the night with 3:08 to go gives his team a 2-goal edge. Their first 2-goal lead of the season. And again, Ryan in the opener mentioned how the defense is as strong as it's been.
That's right.
And they are offensive minded, and already 2 of the first 3 goals came from the defensive position. Check there.
And as a goaltender for the opposing team, that's demoralizing. When you turn over a puck in your zone like that.
Right.
And give it to the other team on the
Moore intended for Tebow in front. It's fourth unit of Gaudio, Tebow, and Petrick. Petrick did a nice job the other night, stepping in on the second unit, really, and doing nice work when Cafaro had to fill in.
And that's going to shake things up because, the guys are trying to gel on their lines and see where they fit in. When you shuffle the lines just before a game like that, it really wreaks havoc. Yep. And
this is a team that lost 9 players last year.
Wow.
7 to graduation, and 2, Jack Fitzgerald and John Venter, who transferred.
Right, prep schools.
Yeah. So we wish them the best. They had a great year last year, but onward the Indians go. They did provide some offense, especially Fitzgerald, of course, on the top. The Indians lost 2 of the top 3 on their forward line with Billy Ring's graduation and Fitzgerald's defection to Westminster. Guilford with it under 2 minutes to go, opening period. Malloy. But it's guys like this, like Malloy.
Yeah, that's right. That picked up the slack, right.
Right, and he didn't get time last year because of injury. Neither did Brand.
Mm-hmm.
Guys like that. Gaudio was on the shelf for a while. And it's nice to see all of them healthy. And they're getting regular time now. So, in front, intended for Malloy, just behind him, Salkins with the pass.
I thought Salkins would have done well to shoot that puck there and hope for, have Malloy pick up the rebound.
Yeah, he was being unselfish on that one. Of course, that's always encouraged to be unselfish, and sometimes you just got to be selfish, even though it's at times frowned upon, but you just got to do it if you got the shot. But I knew what Salkins was trying to do in that one. Oh, nice look here for Horton. Knocked down, can't get the shot off. It was good body work there by Christian Malozzi, the junior defenseman.
He was calling for that puck, but they didn't see him right away. Then he had to stop to pick it up.
The pass was slow.
Right.
But nonetheless, it got through all the way from goal line to far blue line, which you rarely see happen.
30 seconds left in the period.
In front, looking for Mikey Ring. And a rush the other way, perhaps. Not if Horton has something to say about it. Sent in by Trebekino. Stamford changing behind the play. Final 15 seconds of the first period. Cataruza after it. 5 seconds to go. And he'll flip it down, and that will do it in the first period. So what started out rather rough, giving up a goal in the first minute 13 seconds on a turnover that was cashed in by Carter Trebekino. The Guilford Indians answered with authority, getting goals by Matty Horton, Ryan Moore, and Zach Cataruza, all in just over a 6-minute span of the period to take a 3-1 lead. And that's where we stand after one. The shots, couldn't quite hear it.
No.
But we'll be back with the second period after this. Guilford holding a 3-1 lead over Stamford after one. We're back ready for the start of the second period. Shots in the first were 12-3 in favor of the Indians, who win the draw as Mackey gets it back to Moore. And Ryan has it now in his own zone, gives a look. Too soft a pass there. He'll get another try. And Mackey kicks it out of the zone. And offsides, I believe the call here.
Hey, Dean, how does that call work? If the puck goes over the line but doesn't hit the ice and gets batted back in, is it offsides?
That's a good question. I mean, if he's got a leg on the line, you're in anyway.
Yeah,
but
right. Because it looked to me like
on that one, I think they whistled it dead because of.
Well, it was offsides.
Well, yes, but but it was close, similar to what you're talking about. Ring around to Horton. Ring tried to stop that one, and now it's the Black Knights. The other way, Cataruza furthers it around to Horton. Couldn't chip it out. Still in the zone, Cataruza. Mackey plays it aside. Moore. Ring off the boards to Mackey, not out. Indians a little sloppy with the clearing. And Stamford helps them out by dumping it out of the attack zone. How nice of them. That might have been why they were all 11-1 on the road last year.
There you go.
Moore. In some skates. Mackey had gotten spun around. Donahue, puck bouncing a lot over there. Brian smartly uses his body to shield the opponent. Cataruzza forces him wide. Look out! Great opportunity. Mayo with a big save on Carter Trebekino. He's the one who scored the goal in the first period. And this time Mayo had an answer for it. Icing against Guilford.
That was a long shift for that first line.
It was.
Yeah.
A few scary moments down here. Cafaro wins it. Evan Powell takes it. Stepping up and deflected wide by Tim Walsh. Baddock comes away with that. Walsh.
Baddock checked that kid so hard it knocked over Brandt.
Baddock would have done that last year. Haven't seen it as much this year, at least not yet. Very early in the season, so we'll see what happens. Nice pass, wide open. Indians leaving a man unguarded. Powell spun around. Cafaro has Donahue. Pass came a little slow for him. And here's Brand. Ryan. Intended for Donahue. Baddock steps up. Dumps it in. Brand will go off for a change. Again, this line's been out there for a while now as well. Powell for Cataruzza. Pitchforks it out. Baddock. Powell lets it go to Donahue. Again, the second unit's still out there. Powell trying to settle the puck as it was rolling on him. Cataruzza couldn't send it around. Look out, trying to stuff it short side. Mayo had it covered. Indians clear, and that is icing with 11:30 to go. Second period. Dean Cornelio, John Knapp with you. And John, what I was about to say before was really nice to see as it came out during the first period. So many students and so many alumni here. A lot of graduates from last year. Billy Ring was here. Doyle, Matt Doyle, who's down at Clemson.
Willie Seward.
Willie Seward. And so many others. So, again, good support and a good student section tonight as well for the home opener here tonight in East Haven. Cataruzza to Malloy. Charlie try and skate it down. Glove by Sperry. They're going to let Stamford touch it to negate the hand pass. Backhanded, not out. Good keep by Cataruzza. The left point. Second chance by Stamford, and they clear. Moore for Malloy. Salkins will give chase. There's no icing, as they say it could have been played by Christian Malozzi. Salkins to it first. It's Tyler's brother, Garrett, another one who was here tonight. Senior last year.
What year is Tyler? I guess
what year is Tyler, you're asking?
Yeah, what year is Tyler?
Oh, he's just a sophomore.
There you go, young. Like the young.
So, a couple of years still for him. Moore just mystic side.
Whoa, that side of the net was wide open, too.
It was. I'm sure. His eyes were wide open when he saw that open net, but at least from our angle, it looks open. From down there, I'm sure.
That's true.
He might have had a different view.
It's always easier from up here, Dean.
Nothing like a Monday morning quarterback.
There we go.
Sounding intelligent. Nice job there by Cataruzza to spin around the opposing forward. Nizelek and knock him down. Now it's Mackey. Could be a 2-on-1 with Ring. Mackey has Ring in front. One-timer, he scores! Nice setup there. Mackey to Ring. And it's 4-1 Guilford with 9:38 to go in the second.
And the Guilford fans rejoice as the players come over to the side.
Mikey went over and did a little leap against the glass.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have minded a hug or two, but that's about as close as he could get.
That's right.
So Mikey Ring makes it 4-1. James Mackey with the assist. Horton might have got an assist as well. Comes back to Dacey. Nice shot through screen. Dacey still has it. Here's Horton. Held up. And Dacey was not going to let the Black Knight player get around him. And he gets around a few Black Knights of his own. Cuts to his forehand. Couldn't get the shot off, though. Nice work by Dacey. Dacey's got to be careful about getting caught, however.
It's a penalty.
Penalty coming up as Mayo was charging for the bench and slashing the call with 8:45 to go. Looks like number 26, Malozzi.
Boy, the Black Knights coach is livid. Does not want to go into a penalty kill against a strong Guilford offense down by 3 goals.
Well, my apologies, did call on Ryan Sexton. Okay, no, I was right. It was Petrick who was wrong on that one. It was 26. Slapper wide, rebound, other side. Donahue. He'll create more of an odd man rush up here as he left the opponent in the dust. Shot wide by Cafaro. Here's Baddock to Donahue. Nice for this unit to get some power play time. With Moore and Cataruza at the points. And Baddock. Now it's Moore helping him out. Moore, top the circle. Left for Baddock on his backhand. Down low, Cafaro. Lets it go to Donahue. Cataruza. Zach. Now at center, it's Donahue. Again, he stops and leaves the same player behind him, Sal DePetra. Or DePreda, excuse me. Anyway, more of the shot. Oh, that was deflected. Under 45 seconds left in the man advantage. More shot didn't get through. Cafaro, another call coming up. This one on the Guilford Indians. And looks like Donahue's going to go. Slash. So with that, the face-off comes all the way back to the Guilford zone. It'll be 4-on-4 for 37 seconds before the Black Knights get a man advantage of their own for a minute 23. Cataruza. And that's Tebow in there. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Tebow.
Yep, Tebow, that's right.
Different spelling, so.
It's the French version.
That's right. Figured he had to be a Frenchie playing hockey, so.
That's right.
Tebow's got it. Sends the Black Knights back. And again, some good confidence there. Tebow's only a freshman.
Is that right?
Giving him some time in the 4-on-4 situation. Coach Ralph Russo trying to work in some of the youngsters, and
okay, Guilford's
certainly
on.
with such a young team icing against Stamford.
Okay, Guilford's on their penalty kill now.
And that's why it was icing.
Yep.
So, but it's nice to see him work in some of these players. As I mentioned before, between the freshman and sophomore class, there's 17 of them. So you don't have much of a choice.
You got to get them in there, right?
Ring. And Powell retreats. Horton helps him out. Ring held up there with a check. Indians on the kill for another minute. Ring, Horton, Brandon, Powell. Again, you've got a sophomore and a freshman on defense here. Good experience for them. Not that either can't play at this level, as they've proven from their past that they certainly can. Stanford trying to set something up. Nice cross ice look. The shot. Oh, Mayo stayed with it. And then he pushes a man out of his crease. Mayo had to stay with that as it was deflected right in front of him. Wasn't a clean shot at all, but Mayo able to keep it out regardless. Powell. Evan knocked to the ice. Shoved down by Savona. Now up top. That's Palmer to Nizelek. Nizelek back to Palmer. Palmer inside the line. Blocked by Matty Horton. Over here, Nizelek. Final seconds ticking down on the Donahue penalty. Nizelek top the circle. Winding, slapping. Pad save. Mayo. Rebound try off the pipe. Here's Horton. He's got Mackey. Horton carries it up. Mackey wide. Horton shoots. Rebound there. Good bang at it. Not sure if that was Powell stepping in. Powell's got it now, left point. Shot didn't get through. Under 5 minutes to go, second period. 4-1 Guilford Indians. Slapper on. And Mayo to stop on the rebound as well. Brian Powers with that opportunity. So Mayo first with the blocker. Second, right in front of him, stopping the point blank shot. So Brandon Mayo, again, standing tall.
Looked like the official wanted to give him a little inspection of his equipment as well.
Shot wide. Al Miller, the official here, doesn't mind being the center of attention once in a while. Like most officials, right?
yeah, right, exactly.
Cataruza. Charlie Malloy leaves it for Salkins. Still in. Cataruza being contested by Brian Powers. Skates away from him. Off the boards for Salkins. Nice. Played it nicely off the boards to himself. 2-on-1 with Malloy. And Charlie couldn't control the pass, but he's got it now. Trying to come out in front with it. He does. And a good chance there for Charlie Malloy. Bidding for his second in as many games, John.
I didn't see what I saw him get the shot off, but
I think it was deflected
it on net?
over. No, I don't think so.
It
was deflected off of one of the Stanford players. Stays low.
I see.
So 4:11 to play. Second period. Cataruza. Here's a chance. Malloy. And the goaltender, Sexton. Looks like he got a pad on that from our angle.
That's a third shot from Malloy this shift.
Cataruza rips it. And that might have hit his teammate.
Yeah.
Salkins, who's up slowly and gingerly. It's good to see Tyler out here because actually backhand never got through. Tyler got hit hard last game. Here's a chance for Stanford. Breakaway. Score! Went to his backhand, Justin Nizelek with 3:34 to go. So Nizelek makes it a 4-2 game. Indians, again, they get a little
complacent.
Well, or so offensive-minded, as we've talked about. That so the Indians' defensemen sometimes get caught up in the play, and that could be an area they need to, just need to focus on a little bit more because other teams are going to try that. Right. There's no doubt when other teams are here scouting, they see that, they're going to pick it up. And when they play tougher squads, here's another chance on goal. Mayo gets a stick on it. Can't leave the freshman goaltender out to dry. He stood real tall the other night against St. Joe's to keep his team in it. Here's Brand. Brand high off the glass to Gaudio. Gaudio, Petrick. Petrick took a spill. That one right through the crease. Up top. Dacey. Now that pass intercepted by Tebow. Mayo's going to be forced to play it. Brand can't get it out. Look out. Golden opportunity. Mayo's got the answer. Right up. Caught it in the chest. And he might have been trying to pick a corner, Brian Powers, potentially. But he didn't get it high enough as Mayo. That went right under his shoulder. So Brandon again tested. That was a great opportunity.
Yeah,
for
that was
Stanford.
a missed opportunity.
That's one they're going to look back on and wish they had back. Mackey against Powers. And James wins it over to Ryan Moore. Faceoff will stay low. I guess they said that hit some of the netting. Ryan thought he had the glass. Al Miller again the center of attention. The official. One towards the net. Here's Cataruzza. Moore picks it up. Moore makes a move. Ryan, top of the circle. Shot blocked. Opportunity was blocked by Trabacchino. Under 2 minutes to go in the second. 4-2 Guilford. Mackey working diligently. Spun around there was Mackey. Cataruzza keeps his man on the backhand side. And Indians clear it. Mikey Ring. Trying to pick the pocket of Ryan Palmer. Could not. Moore, though, will lift the stick. Cataruzza. Intercepted. Zach. Over the line. And Ring's going to get called for a hook. Mike Ring took his man down, hooking the call with 55 seconds to go. So Indians will have to kill 55 in this period. And then a minute 5 of the next. So Stamford will end and maybe start the period with the man advantage. We'll see. They would love to get one here to get the momentum really their way. Cataruzza dumps it down. Sexton will leave it for his defense. Santora. Final 25. Not much support here for Cole Savona. The captain ran out of real estate, couldn't decide what to do with it. Indians slapped it back down. Maybe one last rush with 10 seconds left, but not before a Donahue check. Nizelik. And how about another? And how about another? So the Indians making their presence felt. I think that was Baddock. That's what we've been waiting for from those two, the Bash brothers, Donahue and Baddock.
Finishing the period with a thunder.
Yeah, literally finishing strong. Right. So they'll have a minute 4 left of power play time, will the Black Knights. It was 3-1 after one. Each team has a goal in had a goal in the period. Mikey Ring for Guilford and Justin Nizelek for the Black Knights. So after 2 periods of play, Guilford Indians 4, Stamford 2. We'll be back with what should be a good third period in a moment. Back for the start of third period action here from East Haven. Dean Cornelio, John Knapp with you. Indians lead 4-2, but they have a minute 4 to kill of a Stamford power play, and the Black Knights would like nothing better than to pull within 1 after outshooting Guilford 9-7 in that second period. And immediately we get a whistle as 3 players lunge for that puck.
That was a jump ball.
About as close as a jump ball as you're going to get in hockey. So face off outside. Mackey won it back to Moore, who immediately sends the Black Knights all the way back. Andrew Tuccinardi is a real paisan. Over here. Carried up by Savona. Hammered into the boards. Tooch steps up for Stamford with a keep in. Working the puck around the perimeter. Final 20 seconds of power play time for the Black Knights. To the point. And that hit the skate of Matt Horton. Mike Ring out of the box. Derek Baddock steps on for him. Donahue, second unit coming out.
That was a great penalty kill for the Indians.
That was a near fatal clear there as it wrapped around the glass and right into the middle of the ice. But alertly, Brian Donahue got it out of danger. No icing. They say Donahue could have played it. So Cataruza will survey the situation. Moore went back to the other side. Donahue. And that's going to go for icing against Guilford. False start there. I don't know if it was offense or defense, John, but face-off will stay in the same spot.
Should be a 5-yard penalty, Dean.
Take a 5-minute penalty on the attacking team. And here's a chance, potentially. Baddock on his backhand. Nice glove save by Jim Sexton. And he makes sure to show everybody that he's got it.
Derek got some cheese on that puck.
Got a little mustard on it. We got mayo at the other end. We got mustard down here. We've got the condiments covered. Powell. Fan on it. And that hit him. Carried in. Shot. Mayo to stop.
Oh, boy. I missed it. You're going to have to describe that to the fans, Dean, because I missed it completely.
Oh, Mr. Knapp. Come on now.
It was a beautiful save by Mayo.
It was a nice save by Mayo as they came down the left wing side. And it was Carter Trebekino who had the team's first goal tonight with the opportunity from just by the face-off dot, between the face-off dot and the hash marks. Technical difficulties happen sometimes.
I was watching and not filming.
Shot. Nice stop by Mayo to waffle it down. You got caught spectating, huh?
I did.
That happens on the ice sometimes, too.
Yeah, that's right.
It gets the best of us sometimes. That will go for icing against the Indians again, who will next face off here in East Haven against the Connor Chieftains. They'll be coming to town 5 days before Christmas. Indians with a couple more before the Christmas break. And then another couple over the holiday recess.
No trip to Maine this year, though, right?
No, but the main teams are coming here.
Oh, good.
Here's a chance. Matty Horton takes the shot. Sexton, not too sure he had that one, but he did. Horton had Ring go to the net. Both players have scored tonight. Faceoff will stay to the goaltender's left. It's Horton. Mackey gives a look. Off the boards to Moore. Pass Mackey down low, Ring. Little miscommunication there with Horton. Moore has it. Wrists it. Deflected rebound. Oh, it went right. Ring had the deflection initially. Then when he tried to gather the puck back in, he hit it off the backhand side of his stick and deflected away from him. Now Horton was towards the net there. Mackey tried to hit Moore, breaking in. Ring stopped with a pad. Oh, and the official lost sight of it.
Quick whistle.
It was loose, as you could see right in front of us. But a great stop again by Sexton. I believe it was on Ring this time, as he again got that pad out quickly. That's the second time he's done that.
That's right.
Did it once in the first period of play right in front of us. Black Knights control the faceoff, but Baddock takes it away from the defenseman. Here's Baddock again. Donahue will shoot. Missed the net. Cafaro checked. Here's Nizelek. Baddock takes it from him. They get it by Dacey. Look out, Mayo. Somehow the play came all the way back to him. Mayo, Powell, a lot of these younger players have had good experience in terms of elite programs, and that's why they're bringing, they look like they're seasoned here, and it's their first year. It's not their first year. We know hockey players like soccer players, and they play for years, but depending what level, some of these guys have played at some of the higher levels.
Yeah, ability-wise, certainly they're up to the task. It's a maturity level that takes just a little time to develop, a confidence level that takes a little time to develop.
Right, it's still a new level even though they've played at high levels for their age groups.
One of the best things the upperclassmen do is just make the young guys feel comfortable and let them know that it's okay to make a mistake once in a while.
Yeah, and they will. Ring, that hit his skate. Another person out here now who's just got by Horton, number 5 for the Indians. Matty was part of a U16 team that is headed to the national tournament after the season. His team won the regional. On that squad was former Indian Jack Fitzgerald, who I mentioned in the opening period. But Horton was an important, integral part of that. So the U16 squad, congratulations to them, as they'll be heading, I believe, I forget where exactly.
Detroit, if I'm not mistaken.
Could be Detroit, St. Louis, something like that. So they'll do that after the high school season ends. Horton's got it now. Horton's going to try and bury it. Pad save Sexton. Cataruza. He'll shoot. It was deflected. Here's Moore. Not sure who that was for. Maybe Horton. Maybe Cataruza. Either way, Cataruza had to come back. Oh, James Mackey knocked down by DePreta. Nice off the boards pass. And that'll go for icing against the Indians with 8:45 to play here in the third period. Dean Cornelio, John Knapp with you from DeLungo Rink in East Haven. The Indians home opener. Great crowd on hand.
The game's always fun this time of year with the alumni coming back from winter break.
And even a good turnout from some of the current classes.
That's right.
So there are some regulars that are always here. Love to support their hockey, and we love them for that. We hope you enjoy the broadcast on GCTV. You can find it on YouTube as well. So Jeff Horton doing a lot of that work. Unable to be here tonight as he had a previous engagement scheduled before the season, but we'll see him back. But Mr. Knapp, thank you. The very capable fill-in. Look out. Indians fortunate there. Justin Nizelek with a great opportunity. Maybe got a little too excited when he saw all the daylight he had, and he lost control of the puck. Here's Cole Savona. Ryan Moore, one of the goals tonight. That one's knocked down again. It is the same Trabacchino who knocked down Moore's pass in the first period to get the goal that he scored, and he tried to do it again there. Slapped in on Mayo by Tuccinardi. Sexton will play it for his defense over halfway through the third. And the pass was deflected, so there will be no icing. Baddock realizes that and picks up the speed a little bit. To Farrow. Baddock smelled blood there, held off. The slapper by Brand. And Powell puts it wide. Donahue, the puck just came out of the zone, so the face-off will come back to neutral ice.
There's the Guilford faithful down at the.
There's some of them there.
End.
There's the current students there, but there's quite a number of them down at the other end.
That's right.
A whole section full. Savona, left wing side. Cole carried over the Indians line. Drop it. Nizelek. Savona was dropped. That might have been Brand. I'm not sure. Brand has the puck now. And Brand, good chance. Cafaro bidding for his first there. Nice backhand pass to Donahue by Cafaro. Cafaro has the point open. Played it low. Cafaro cross. But earlier, Brand knocked his opponent down. He was clearly heading in for a check on Brand, who lifted the stick, got the gloves up, and knocked his opponent down instead. Turnabout is fair play, I guess. Some heavy hitting going on over there along the boards. The official trying to get control of it. He does. Penalty to Stamford. Coming up. And the call, as we wait. Cross check.
So at the 5:34 mark, Stamford will take a 2-minute penalty. Guilford will go on the power play.
And that's Mike Zarilli. Zarilli the cross check. Ring. The Indians could likely put it away here if they can get a 3-goal cushion with this man advantage. Just under 5.5 to go in regulation time. Nice look. Cataruzza. And look out. As it was deflected. A good play by the defenseman, Tuccinardi.
Okay, Dean, if a puck comes in here, you got to throw your body on it, because I'm not going home like that. We're gonna
have to wear helmets in here because this is unsafe territory, clearly. Actually, it's really unsafe during warm-ups.
Yeah.
Moore off the glass. Horton had it poked, but sliding and shooting, missing glove side was Cataruzza. And all the way down on Mayo. Cataruzza. Plays catch with Moore, who carries it over the line. Moore will slap it. Glove by Sexton. And Sexton makes it look easy. And will hold, so the faceoff remains in his zone. These teams did not meet last year. Not much of a history between the two. Here's Brand. Across. Dacey. Nice move. Shoots. Oh, that one hit in front Malloy. Sexton made the stop. Stops the deflection there again. Brand up. Tried to lift it. The goaltender Sexton was down and it never got through. Good flurry there by Guilford. Just couldn't finish. Got to give credit to Jim Sexton, though. I mentioned earlier there were some question marks, John, in terms of their goaltending. I haven't seen much of a question mark there. Sexton has had a decent game.
He has.
And he's kept his team in it, clearly. The couple kick-out stops, a couple stops on tips and deflections and redirects.
This game could be 7-2.
Easily.
Easily, right.
Sent down by Trabacchino. Had he held on to it, he could have sprung Nizelek for a one-on-one opportunity, but Indians will take that. 10 seconds left of the man advantage. And that's icing against Guilford. So while they haven't scored on the man advantage, they have successfully taken another 2 minutes off the clock. Still Guilford 4, Stamford 2. All the scoring in the first 2 periods. Horton. And that hit the official. Nizelek braces himself as Mackey and Moore run into him. Here's Cataruza. And Zach gets it back. He's got a goal tonight as well. Ring trying to make a nifty move. Just couldn't get around Ryan Palmer. Under 3 minutes to go in regulation. Smart play to get it back to Cataruza. Oh, nice knockdown there. Oh,
another nice knockdown.
Wow, the hammer. He had a nice check like that against St. Joe's. And look out. Horton says, sit down to Ryan Palmer. And Palmer listened. I don't really had much of a choice in the matter, but kept it at the point. Look out. Gloved at center. Here's Cataruza. And Indians nearly had too many men on the ice as Donahue came out. I think it was Horton going in. And Donahue touched it before and was off the ice. But nonetheless, it wasn't called, so it's a non-issue. Donahue will get it deep. One man low for Guilford. Baddock as well. Here's Cafaro. Good movement by the Indians. Donahue wanted that. That was intended for Baddock, but broken up. I would expect a little bit more urgency from the Stamford Black Knights here, but could be that they're tired.
Here comes the goalie. Oh, there.
Maybe not.
He was making a break for the bench.
He thought about it. Indians controlling it. He's not coming now. Only a minute 5 to go in regulation. As soon as they get it deep, I would say, like right now, I would expect, and here he comes.
Yep, there goes the goalie.
As predicted. Stanford player slow to get up. That'll go for icing against Guilford with 49.5 seconds to play. And slow to get up, but at least getting off under his own power is, I think, Bill Santora, number 3. Yep, Santora. So at least he's okay. I would suspect Stanford would use a timeout, and they do. So we'll take a quick break and come back with a final 49.5 seconds after the Stanford timeout. Final 49.5. Another action tonight. Hand beat North Branford late on a goal with 14 seconds left, I believe, on the power play. Speaking of late here, a flurry by Stanford 6 attackers on, trying to get one back. They nearly did previously in the last flurry, but the Indians sent it all the way back. Icing with 31.9 to go. So Hand has a victory tonight. I believe Prep was a winner over South Windsor,
right?
Potentially. And a big win today by our other friends who helped patrol this rink, East Haven, who won in overtime against Cheshire. The Indians will see Cheshire twice later in the season.
That Cheshire team moved up to Division I, is that right? I believe they did last year.
Yeah, that's a strong possibility. Because they were
always Guilford's main competition in Division II.
Yeah.
In recent history, anyways.
And they beat Guilford in the finals a couple years back. And that'll go for icing as Horton tried his darndest to get to it before the puck crossed the line, but could not. 15.1 left. Face off to Mayo's right. And Horton crunched. Still able to get it to center. Look out. Sticks coming up high as the final seconds tick off. And this one is over as Mike Ring controls it. The Guilford Indians have their first victory of the season as Mike nods and affirms to us that they are happy with their first win. They pick up the puck. It's Brandon Mayo's first victory as a goaltender here for the Guilford Indians. No scoring in the third, but Guilford held on for the 4-2 win. To quickly recap the scoring, it was Stamford actually scoring in the first minute and 13 seconds on a goal by Carter Tribacchino. Matt Horton answered 4 minutes later for Guilford. Ryan Moore as well. Stamford 6. Guilford 10 on the shots. 30-18 for the game. But after Moore, it was Horton, Moore, and Cataruzza who all scored to end the first period for Guilford with a 3-1 advantage. They made it 4-1 when Mikey Ring scored. And then Stamford got a late one in the second by Justin Nizelek. And that would be the final tally, 4-2. So we'll try to come back, maybe get some post-game reaction for you if we can. But the final, 4-2 here from East Haven. So we hope to be back with more in just a moment.
All right, we are back in the post-game here with Indians forward and captain Mike Ring. Mike, big one tonight. You got the fourth goal. It was 3-1 after one. You got the fourth one. Talk about that play a little bit and how it developed.
Well, it started out with good breakout. You know, Matty Ho got it up to James, and James and I, both being fast kids, got on the horse and booked it down the ice. James did a nice pass over and just put it home. I mean, it doesn't get much harder than that.
It was a great pass. It was really nice work. Have you guys been working on that a little bit, and or did it just happen naturally?
Well, we work on the breakout a lot in practice, and I mean, otherwise it was a lot of chemistry and a lot of, you know, just general practice out on the ice. You know, we get it going.
And James Mackey back tonight. We mentioned early when we talked to Ryan in the opening that, you know, Chris Cafera did a great job filling in the first game when James was out with the flu. But to have Mackey back tonight, that add any different dimension as we looked at that pass was perfect.
Oh, I mean, it was great. I mean, James has been playing with me and Matty in practice, so I mean, we're used to him. We've had great chemistry in practice. We're loving it. You know, to have him back is you know, it's almost like having a member of your family back. You know, it's great, and it just worked out well and meshed well. You can see on that fourth goal.
Speaking of working on stuff, you working on that goal celebration or what? What was all that about?
Oh yeah, well, you know, I was amped up, and then I turned around, I saw Will Seward, who was the goalie for us last year, you know, a good friend of mine. I just had to jump right into him, so I went for it.
It looked very natural, kind of looked like your brother a little bit, I guess, who was also here tonight. But anyway, and in terms of your own game, we've really talked about it early, how last year, a little, it took you some time really to get up to speed, and this year it doesn't seem like that's happened at all. It seems like in the last year it's been a complete 180 for you. And is there anything specific you worked on to get your game stronger?
I guess it's just kind of working on it over the summer. Like my neighborhood's great. We have a bunch of street hockey games and everything. I always have little brothers, older brother, go play street hockey with or shoot pucks with. So that helps. I also think it's a little bit more of like a confidence thing. I'm a big senior this year. I feel good, and so I think it's just kind of showing this year.
Matty Ho with the first goal tonight, his first goal of the season, another hard-working goal. Nothing unusual by him?
No, nothing unusual. He's a workhorse, always has been, and he puts them home like no other. We call him Johnny Gaudreau. He's like the BC forward, Johnny Gaudreau. So.
And the defensemen, of course, we've talked about them a lot, but them stepping in, very offensive, and help with 2 goals of their own here. Again, no surprise there, but big shots from the point. That has to give you comfort when you're cycling and working the puck low that, hey, you know what, if you can't generate something low, you can get it back to them, and it's going to be on net, and it's going to be hard.
Yeah, we've always had good defense. This is my freshman year on. They've always been a big part of the team, and it worked out today. This team, as good as they were, they kind of let our defensemen have some power up there. So it was pretty nice. You can't get something going, you just look up and there's more with his huge cannon to get something going. So.
And Brandon Mayo, his first victory, high school victory tonight, freshman goaltender. You guys got him the puck, I think, there at the end. But talk about his play, and he kept you in it against St. Joe's, and tonight again some big stops as well.
Oh yeah, he's great. No one really knew what he was going to be like coming into the season, but first day practice we knew. He's a good goalie. He's just oozes confidence. And he's just a good freshman. He'll go on to be a state championship goalie, I think. If he goes to prep school, if he stays with Guilford, wherever he goes, he'll do well.
You mentioned him as a strong freshman, and I'll close with this, but this team is young, despite you guys, 4 of you seniors. You've got 17 out of 26 on the roster who are underclassmen, and some, though, really talented, which might be a difference from other teams. Can you talk about a little bit the freshmen and sophomores who really have been given a lot of time here to show what they can do and are actually making stuff happen?
Well, we mentioned earlier Chris Cafiro came in, on St. Joe's. He did well. You could tell with some of the freshmen they're nerves, but you know what? By this time in the season, they're getting going. They're getting it back into it.
Even on defense, though.
And defense, yeah. Will Dacey, Evan Powell, they're both they have poise with the puck. They seem comfortable, and it's working out real well for us. They fit right in with our defense.
Very natural. You can almost run 3 lines.
Yeah. We got big Charlie Malloy. He had a goal against St. Joe's.
He almost had another one tonight?
He almost had, yeah, he did. He's working hard. We got Salkins is working hard. He's a sophomore. Who else we got out there? Petrick. Oh, yeah, Petrick. He's great at face-offs. That kid can win any face-off against anyone. You could put him up against, Patrice Bergeron. He'll win a face-off.
Okay. Excellent. Well, that's a good way to end it. Hey, the NHL's not around. At least we got Guilford hockey.
Yeah.
So, you got Connor coming up. It's nice to get this victory here, but with Connor coming in, they played you close. I believe it was last season. You went up to their place. But talk about what you feel you guys need to work on or continue after tonight's game.
Well, yeah, at times in the game today we were a little sloppy, slapping the puck around. We just got to work on sharpening around the edges and playing good hockey. I'd like to continue this scoring. We've done pretty well, and hopefully it keeps on going.
Right. It's nice to see the offense start to get clicking, so let's hope that continues. Mike, thanks a lot for the time. For John Knapp, I'm Dean Cornelio. Going to wrap it up from here from East Haven. Once again, tonight's final, Guilford Indians 4, Stamford Black Knights 2. Good night from East Haven.